ever since. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. If you were to ask the average gun guy what pump action shotgun do you recommend, it's either going to be a Remington 870 or a Mossberg. This particular is a 590, but for the most part it's 500 versus 870. I personally don't have a preference. You can find either one for at or around 500 bucks. I picked this one up closer to 400 bucks. And the main difference is going to be the location of the safety, this being a button, much like a Ruger 1022. You can see there, it is in fact red when the safety is off. And then for the Mossberg, it's going to be there on the tang, just easier to see, just small stuff. Now, just focusing in on this 870, I've only shot clays with it once in 2 separate range trips at the indoor range, the intro video there. This one is due to me. I bought the Express model because I wanted the cheaper furniture. I wasn't sure if I want to go with like the Magpul or like a nicer wooden stock. There's a company out there that makes a wood forend that still has M-LOK section. I was kind of interested in that, but we'll see. That's a decision for later. And just add a magazine extension. That is just an end cap that unscrews with a larger tube. I believe 7 would be flush with the 18.5-inch barrel, different spring, and should be good to go. 7+1 at that point. I wanted to have an optic. I did not want to lose the front sight there. So with this, it has a little, I don't know what you want to call it, like a little trench. I'll show you guys. Focusing on the front sight, you can still use the front sight, no problem. Obviously, the optic and the rail is going to be a little bit in the way of scaring your vision, but you can still use it. And up top, I have a Primary Arms 1-power prism optic. I previously had this on a Sega 12, so I know it'll hold up to shooting 12 gauge. My main concern with just throwing a red dot, I just always worry about battery life. If it sits for a year or two, I don't want the battery to die. If I pick it up, I want to have a optic that's usable, and even if the battery dies, it still has an etch reticle, so I can still use the prism optic, no problem. Sorry, before I keep rambling on, it really doesn't need any of this stuff. I have other shotguns. I just want to build like a nice wood of furniture, aesthetically pleasing, nice accessories, home defense shotgun. But it really doesn't need any accessories outside of, you know, a magazine extension just to hold more ammo. This is as reliable as any other pump, and it is as lethal as any other shotgun. You can go out and buy the nicest, most tactical Benelli. The buckshot and the slug is still going to perform the same out of the shotgun. Now, outside of making it tactical, if I just wanted to take the shotgun hunting, it would be great for bird, small game, deer, and whatever else, really. As far as like a bird gun, I don't need an optic and making it tactical. I can take that off, put a plug in it. I can take it upland bird. I can leave the optic on for small game and stuff like that. And then for deer, I can leave this optic. I can swap it out for a different scope. This is a 2-power Nikon scope. I can throw this on the shotgun 0 to 50, take it out to hunt deer. I personally don't like Sabo shotguns just because they're too specialized just to go hunting and just with that ammo. And I can't reliably go out and buy the same Sabo slugs year after year. I can go out to any, you know, gun store, any Bass Pro, any Walmart really, and buy Federal, either 3-inch or 2 3/4, and get, you know, good performance out of those. As far as this is the distance I am using those, being like 100 and in to hunt deer. I can make a separate video grouping it with again with the Nikon or the Primary Arms, just the Foster slugs at 50 and 100 if you guys are interested. But outside of that, they are, you know, they're accurate enough to hunt deer and take shots at that distance just for target shooting and stuff like that. Sorry, I would just go back and think like what the comment's gonna say. I'm not saying also you need an optic to shoot at 50. At the indoor range, you're hitting paper at 50, which is the front bead. And I have hunted before with my Winchester 1300 to hunt upland birds, small game, deer, and I have just wood furniture, no sling, just the front bead slate on that, and it served me well. I just try to make something, a little bit nicer. With a 2 power, I can hold, the same exact spot and group it well with the shotgun at what is to be 50 and 100 yards, no problem. My concept with this is just to keep it as general as possible. Outside of being a home defense shotgun, it can effectively hunt, leaving the same scope and the same setup in the future. I want it to be able to do both those things reliably. Not to make the video too long, and I can't really tackle every topic I want to talk about, but just keeping video short. When compared to semi-auto, 870 or their pump action 12 gauges are going to be more reliable. When talking about low brass birdshot, pump action can cycle those reliably, no problem. Semi-autos, not saying all of them, but some of them can struggle if there's not enough energy in the shell for it to cycle reliably. And then if you're just buying cheap ammo, like the tornado slugs I was shooting in the intro clip, those don't always cycle reliably through semi-autos because the plastic is just crap and cheap. So if it flexes or anything, it just doesn't cycle reliably through semi-auto the same way it would do if you just had it through a pump action. So slightly slower follow-up shots, but you're getting the reliability that you would need. And again, what is to be your one and only hunting home defense shotgun. I'm gonna leave this video here. If I wanted to talk about every single topic I want to talk about, it's gonna be 20 minutes long, and I don't think anyone's gonna watch till the end. I'm gonna leave this video here. I like the 870, not my only one. I also got not the Shockwave, like the TAC 14-inch barrel version. I plan to have a different setup for this in the future, but in a week or two, I'll have the home defense 870 ready to go. Take it back out to the range, and make some more videos with it. That's gonna be it for this one. Thank you guys very much for watching and sticking till the end. Have a good one.